What's up, guys? Welcome back to Latin Chopsticks. Thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, I'm really excited because we actually found a place that has even cheaper tacos than that video that we did a couple of weeks back. I don't know how good they are, but I do know that on Tuesdays, they have their typical Taco Tuesday, but tacos are just $1. This place is gonna be located really close to the UCF campus here in Orlando. So, enough talking, let's go ahead and head out and let's see how good these tacos are. All right, guys, awesome. We are here. We made it to the restaurant. So coincidentally, I've done a video here before. As soon as I saw the restaurant, I was like, wow, this looks really familiar. This place used to be a ramen restaurant called Naruto. Unfortunately, that place did end up closing down. Nothing bad. It's just something with the pandemic, and they said that they were having issues with a lot of stuff from the building. It looks like all the issues were fixed, but of course, now you have Las Patronas, which is brand new. Their grand opening was very recently, and we're gonna be here. We're gonna be ordering some dollar tacos and things like that. I'm looking over the menu. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys in a second, but there's a lot of good items. All right, guys, you gotta check this out. So this right here is the menu. Funny how appetizer, but anyway, they have a whole bunch of different items. We ordered one of each on the tacos. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys exactly once they come out, the dollar tacos. I did order quesadillas, which is what I was telling you guys about. It's birria meat with flour tortillas, cheese, onion, cilantro, and consomme. Can't wait to try that. It's gonna be delicious. And then of course we have this side here. So there's many different items. It's not just that. I know today I'm gonna be focusing on the tacos. I might order some other things. My wife is on the way here. Hopefully she makes it before it gets too late because we are doing this pretty late at night and they close, I think, in an hour, maybe less from now. So, you know, that is something to keep in mind, but they have so many different items on the menu. They have a ton of different options for people that are really craving some delicious Mexican food. And to be honest with you guys, I'm looking over the menu. They have the same thing a lot of other places do, being completely transparent, but their prices are pretty competitive because most other places that I go to, you're looking at like 15, 16 bucks for most menu items. And like, I'm just glancing it over. The average here seems to be like, well, depending on, you know, non-house specialty, just like your typical Mexican dishes, it's anywhere between 9 to 12 bucks. If you wanted to go into like the fajitas and things like that, that's when you're gonna be probably paying 20 bucks, maybe a little bit more. With that said, I'll see you guys when the food's out, and yeah, I'll see you guys in a moment. All right, guys, so the first items are out. The first thing that we ordered is guacamoles. This is something I always get in every Mexican restaurant. We went ahead and have the salsa, which we've been eating. I'll go ahead and show you guys, but it's your typical, pretty much, you know, chips and salsa. But the salsa here, as in few places that we've gone to, is homemade. You can kind of tell, especially the color. I'll show you guys in a moment. But we're also gonna try their queso sauce and their guacamole. So let's go ahead and check this out. All right, guys, this right here is gonna be the chips, and then this is gonna be the guacamole and cheese sauce. We're gonna try those in a second. And this right here is the homemade sauce. As you can tell, we have been digging in quite a bit. But I mean, it has little pieces of onions in it. It has cilantro. It has the salsa itself, which is made from like fresh tomatoes. You can actually taste the fresh tomatoes in it. Not very bitter, which is awesome. I do love the fact that their guacamole is very, very chunky, which is something I really like. I don't personally like smooth guacamole that much. I like being able to feel the chunks. Wow, that's a big, big amount. I do like the fact that even though there's tomatoes in there, they know the trick where you just only do the outside and don't do the pit of the tomato so it doesn't get watered down. All right, guys, this right here, see how it is. Oh wow, very small hint of lime. Like I mentioned, the tomatoes, nice and whole. The cheese on it is delicious, adds a little bit of saltiness. It has the chunks of the avocado in it, which makes it amazing. It just gives a little elevated texture in your mouth. It's delicious with the cilantro that adds a little bit of freshness. Let's go ahead and try this cheese sauce before it keeps cooling down. You gotta try to have it while it's hot. All right, guys, let's go ahead and check this out. Oh yeah. And that is the skin because they let it cool down just a bit, but nice and thick, perfectly coating the chip itself. Let's go ahead and try this out. It's really good as well. That is genuinely just melted American cheese. That's honestly what it tastes like. It's not actual pure cheese like we've seen in some other places, which there's a place that I gotta show you guys that has that. It's amazing. But the flavor in it is really good. It honestly tastes very like thick white American. I don't know if that's authentic Mexican, but that's what it tastes like to me. It coats the chips super well. All right, guys, let's go ahead and just dig into the salsa here so you guys can see it. Nice and chunky, as I mentioned. Let's go ahead and try this out, guys. Yeah, it's also delicious. All right, guys, we got the tacos here. I got 2 of each. Here you go. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys this. Try to lift the plate and a whole bunch of onions fell out, but check this out. So right off the bat, you guys can tell it's not quite as filled as the other place that we go to, but once again, remember, these are $1 each. You have ground beef tacos, You have cochinita tacos, which is like pulled pork in the special sauce that they make. They have pulled chicken tacos. And then they have your typical carnitas. They do the onions, the cilantro, and they do put lime on there. We're gonna go ahead and dig in and see how the flavors are. First thing that we're gonna try is gonna be the carnitas. Check that out. Let's go ahead and try this out here. Oh boy, carnitas pretty good. First thing you taste is that greasy pork. It's almost like I'm having pork belly. The pieces themselves, nice and crispy, really greasy. Not where it's overwhelming, but it immediately coats your tongue as soon as it hits your mouth. Once you get the lime and you add a little bit of lime to it though, it cuts to that fat and it really complements the flavor quite a bit. All right, the next ones we're gonna try are the pulled chicken. I'm a little concerned it kind of looks a little bit dry, but I'm gonna try it on its own, even though I know it's gonna be dry before I put any lime, but then I'm gonna put some of the sauces that they brought out. They brought out 2 sauces that I haven't showed you guys yet. I tried one, it's a habanero based sauce. It is extremely spicy. You can see that vibrant orange. And then here you have this other sauce. I think it's like a jalapeno based. Either that or it's a cilantro based sauce. That's what I'm thinking, but we're gonna go ahead and try it out again and see how it is. But that's a very nice cooling sauce we're gonna add to this to make it a little bit less dry. All right guys, pulled chicken taco here. So as I mentioned, it is chicken breast, so it is a little bit dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this down because I only have one hand. Go ahead and grab some of this sauce. Just pour it right on there. And then pick it back up. Let's try this out with that sauce, guys. When you add that salsa verde, boy, that is delicious. Right, the one that's been really calling out to me is the cochinitas, which is the pulled pork. It looks like it was cooked in a sauce, so it looks really, really good. Go ahead and try this out. That is delicious. Lots of cilantro, nice fresh white onions. Super, super juicy. It really kind of tastes like al pastor, to be honest with you guys, with like pulled pork. Sauce is amazing. It doesn't need anything else. I would say it doesn't even need lime. This is a delicious bite. It is a little messy though. All right guys, we're gonna go ahead and try out here the ground beef tacos. Check that out. Let's go ahead and try this out. To be honest guys, surprisingly, it didn't look that appealing because there's no sauces. It looks like almost like ground beef just fried and that's it. But the flavor is really complex here.
Chicken in it.
It almost tastes like you're eating like a hamburger in a taco. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of lime. Tiny bit of this sauce. And let's go ahead and try this out. Oh man, that sauce makes everything delicious. It is honestly amazing. All right guys, now I'm gonna go ahead and dig into the most exciting thing. I did want to get fajitas, but I just wanted to get things that I normally don't get when I go to Mexican places. And just the quesadillas, I really had to get them. So go ahead and check this out. All right guys, this right here is the quesadillas. So you have the consommé here. It has the consommé, the onions, the cilantro. You have a delicious amount of meat in there. And then the tortilla itself is just covered in cheese. And then look at all the juices from the, oh, that is just, I could already tell it's gonna be delicious, but typically you just dip it in there, or you can get a spoon. I'm just, you know, I'm a maniac. Let's go ahead and try this out. Okay, this is one thing I was looking forward to the most. Unfortunately, it took a while to dig into it, so the cheese is not as melted. It's still nice and soft, but I bet you that cheese pull would have been delicious. The outside tortilla reminds me of like a way better version of the Taco Bell gordita. That meat, nice and juicy. The crunch from the white onions and the freshness from the cilantro, it's amazing. And when you get some of that consommé in there, this is a delicious, delicious bite. Oh man. All right guys, I went ahead and pretty much finished almost everything I bought, which normally I leave a lot of food. My wife is enjoying the rest of the tacos. There's one more quesadilla for her. Danny went ahead and ate the other one. Pretty dang good, man. Everything we had here today was absolutely delicious. There's a ton more options on the menu. 100% I would recommend it, especially if you just like tacos and you're looking for something that's really, really affordable. Yes, they're not too filled, but you really gotta remember, it is 2023. Finding $1 authentic Mexican tacos in the US is pretty much near impossible, at least here in Orlando. So 100% I recommend it, guys. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you enjoyed the place. I'm gonna have all the information of the restaurant down in the description below. It's gonna have the name of it, the address. Remember, it's gonna be called Las Patronas, and it's they opened a physical restaurant. Normally they have a food truck, but you know, it was so popular that it ended up evolving into a restaurant here. Coincidentally, it used to be Naruto, but hey, man, this place is delicious. I will see you guys next Sunday, and until then, let's just keep on eating.